Welcome back, Year 1, to another fine week of handwriting. So, remember, before we start, we need to make sure that we have the sheet for this week. We need to make sure that we have a lead pencil. I will be using a marker, but that's just so you can see what I'm doing. So make sure you have a lead pencil. Make sure you can sit at a table and on a chair. Those are all very important things. So, let's do our rhyme. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are my feet flat on the floor? Remember, if your feet don't touch the floor, as long as you're keeping them still, then that would be great. We're not swinging them around. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Are my feet flat on the floor? 5, 6, 7, 8. Is my back up nice and straight? Please make sure you're sitting with a nice straight back, and I would tuck your chair in as well. That will help you to be nice and close to your work without having to give it a cuddle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Are my feet flat on the floor? 5, 6, 7, 8. Is my back up nice and straight? 9, 10, 11, 12. This is how my pencil is held. So remember, it's the same every week. We're using our thumb, our second finger, and our first finger and our second finger. We're making a bit of a triangle, as you can see. Okay. And remember, we're not tensing up like this. That is wrong. Please make sure you're nice and relaxed. Okay. And the hand that we don't write with rests on our page so that our page does not move around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are my feet flat on the floor? 5, 6, 7, 8. Is my back up nice and straight? 9, 10, 11, 12. This is how my pencil is held. 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I'm ready to start my writing. So we'll start with our name first. So please write your name. I'm going to write mine. But remember, all of our names start with a capital letter. So my name starts with a capital M, so I'm going to start up here above these two lines. Remember, guys, anything that goes in here is part of the body of a letter, but capital letters start up here in the head area, the area up above the lines. So I'm going to start with a capital M, starting up here, going down, taking my pencil off, going back to the top, going down, up, down. That's M. Y is a body and a tail letter. So I'm going to write the body, and I'm going to come down below for the tail. Oh, goodness gracious me. I have made a mistake. My mistake is that I accidentally got a little confused and I'm starting to copy what it says up the top. If you make a mistake on your handwriting sheet, that is okay. So I'm showing you what you do if you make a mistake. If you make a mistake, just put a little cross above and then continue on with what you were going to do. So I'm not going to cross out my capital M. I still need capital M for Mrs. But I'm going to keep going with my R. R goes down, comes up, and branches out. S starts to the right, goes to the left, and curves. Curves. And we take our pencil off our page. I'm going to leave a finger space. Capital P starts way above the lines, goes down, touches the bottom line, take our pencil off, come back up to the top, go around, ending on this line. And then R, branching, I between the body lines, O, remember O starts over on the side, goes around, joins up, and then R, branching out. Mrs. Prior, and that's okay that I made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes sometimes, as long as we learn from them and we fix them up and we keep going. So today we're going to look carefully at the letter C. Now C, we have to be really careful because lowercase c and uppercase C or capital C look very, very similar. That means they look the same. It's just that this one is really tall. This one is stretched. This is like a stretched version of this one. So they are made the same way, but the height, how tall they are, that is what is different. So with lowercase c, it will go in between the lines like that. But with uppercase C, it will actually start above the lines and then go down in between those body lines. Okay, so little c fits between the body lines. Capital C is stretched, it's taller, it starts above the body lines. So I'm going to trace my C, my lowercase c that I have here. I'm pretty sure it's a lowercase c. It's got the same sort of shape. And I think this is supposed to be a clown. And there's a couple of eyes, a big clown nose, a smile, and clown hair. So I'm going to put my pencil on my page, and we're putting it where we normally start O and A. So if you know how to write those, then you will be able to write C. So putting my pencil on my page, going up and around and along the bottom, coming up, taking my pencil off. Okay, we are going to work on our line of lowercase c. So I'm going to look carefully for where the starting dot is, and I'm going to look at the direction of the arrow, and it's pointing that way. So it wants me to curve. See how it's a curvy line? It wants me to curve to the left and go around, come up here and stop. So it's one nice smooth movement with your hand. We're not going a little bit and then stopping and then a little bit and stopping. Otherwise you're going to get a jagged looking C, a bit of a zigzaggy C, and we do not want that. We want a nice smooth C. So I'm putting my pencil on the page and I'm doing one nice smooth round movement, taking my pencil off. I don't have to worry about finger spaces yet because they're already there for me on the sheet. I'm going to go to my next C, putting it down, and guys, when I'm moving around my pencil, it's just this part of my hand that I'm moving. Okay, so I'm just moving my finger joints and my thumb joint, okay, and that helps me to make lines. All right, and I keep this part of my hand on the paper. So keeping that part of my hand on the paper, and I'm putting this down here, and I'm just moving. I'm moving my joints in my fingers and my thumb around to make this nice smooth line. Okay, I'm going to keep going. You can keep going with me. Remember though, if I finish and you need more time, then you can press pause. So here we go, going around, following the dotted lines and off. Going around, following the dotted line and off. Going around, following the dotted line and off. Going around, following the dotted line and off. Okay, so like I said, if you need more time, you can pause this video. If you can keep going, then that's fine too. Just continue to play. Okay, we're going to go to our next line of C. So I'm putting my pencil on the page. Again, it's got a starting dot and it's got a direction arrow. So I'm going to follow what it's telling me. So I'm putting my pencil on the page and I'm going up and around and down, up, taking my pencil off. Now this time I don't have C to trace. I'm going to have to use a finger space, very important. So I'm putting my finger there and I'm starting on the starting dot, and I'm being very careful with the shape that I'm making for my C. And I bring my pencil off the page around there. We have to make sure that we don't bring our pencil up too quickly or wait too long, because if we bring it up too quickly we get this. And that doesn't look like C. And if we wait too long, we get this. And that just looks like a bad O. So we have to make sure that we leave a sensible gap here and that we bring our pencil off our page at the right time, and that will take some practice. So please do take your time, do this slowly, and think about where you are putting your where you're taking your pencil off your page, where and when. So I'm going to keep going with mine. You can keep going with me. If you need more time though, remember you can also pause this video And that's the great thing about videos, is you can take as long as you need. Wonderful. So I finished my row of C. I'm going to have a look at them. I'm looking at the shape. They kind of look a bit like ears, don't they? So they've got a nice shape. They're a body letter, and I can see that they're fitting in between the body lines. And I know that I started them all from the starting dot, so I'm very happy with how I've gone. All right, I'm going to move on to my capital C now. If you still need more time, you can pause. If you don't, then let's keep going. So capital C. Remember, capital C looks like little c, but it's much taller. And see how our starting dot on little c was below the line? Here's the line, there's the starting dot. Well, look at this, here's the line, and oops, no starting dot there. Where is it? It's way up here. It's above the line. So capital C starts up in this head area. It's above the line, well above the line. I can see all this space. So I'm going to put my pencil on the starting dot, and I'm going to follow what the arrow is telling me to do. It's telling me to go around. So putting my other hand on the page so it doesn't move, and I'm going to put it down and go around like that. Remember, I'm just moving the joints in my fingers and my thumb. Lovely. All right, I'm going to keep going now. So putting it on here, and I'm following the direction from before, going around, down. My eyeballs are looking really, really closely at that dotted line and trying to follow it as best I can. Putting it down on here, going around and up, taking it off. Good. Going around, up and off. And remember, guys, it is nice and round up here, okay? We shouldn't be doing this, okay? That's a flat top. This does not have a flat top. This has a nice curved top. So we have to make sure we curve the top. So curving down and up. And one more. Curving down, touching that bottom line, coming up and off. I'm very happy with my capital C's. I've started them all in the right place. I started from the starting dot, and you know what? I started from the top of the letter on all of these. Remember, with handwriting, it does not change. If you start capital C at the top, then you will always start capital C at the top. If you start capital P or capital M from the top, you will always start it from the top. It's just the rules of handwriting. There are some letters that are a little different, like E, that starts from the middle. But most letters will start from the top. So now we're going to write a word. The word is cat, cat, cat. And there's also a picture to help us if we're having a little bit of trouble with that word. So I'm going to start with the C. So starting over here, going around, trying to stay on those lines and coming up, taking it off. And A, remember, A is like C. I'll show you. See, look. It's the same as C, but I keep going and I go down. And then T begins way up here above the lines. It's got a head. So putting our pencil on the page and going down, taking it off. And we always cross from left to right. So starting on the left, going to the right. Cat, 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 cat. So now I'm going to practice cat 2 more times, and so are you. So starting with the C, A, I'm trying to be careful. I'm getting a little faster, but I'm still trying to watch those lines, and I'm still remembering how and where to start from. So there we go, there's one more time. And A, and staying on those lines. And T, starting from the top, going to the bottom, taking it off, and left to right. I've completed my sheet. How good is that? I've got lots and lots and lots of practice at making the letter C. Now that you are finished, you can colour in your cat. Try and be creative. It doesn't have to be one colour. It could be a couple of colours. The cat could even have, yellow eyes, green eyes, orange eyes. We'll come up here and we'll colour in our clown. And again, you can be imaginative and inventive with which colours you choose. And if you like, you can colour in the border as well and make it look lovely. Hope you have enjoyed learning how to write the letter C. Catch you again next week.